Yay, the stream has started. Let's have a lovely time watching Majenko fix those LED lights.
Welcome, Swarm, to the stream where pixels flicker and the chattel beam. Though you fluttered off, your presence remains. In whispers of wings, echoes of game. Here in Majenko's space we
Welcome back, a swarm of dead insects. So lovely to see you.
Who's nicked me fucking batteries?
Welcome back, Cop 2015. So lovely to see you. Welcome back, MJ. So lovely to see you.
MJ's in the house and it's all for you. Koala's congas, a cheeky room, with 6-8 spot on the stream for you. No need for thongs or cork-hat flare, just grab your tin tans and pull up a chair. Good day, welcome to the show. Crack a burn and tin and let the banner flow. Raise your glass and shout to right. Jay's in the chat, what a ripper night.
Everyone, adverts have started. Let's be patient and enjoy the break.
Wild drummers in the house tonight, bringing love and lighting up the night. Feel the rhythm, everything's alright. Dancing close, hearts are into
Welcome back, man. So lovely to see you.
Feel the synth pop, everything's so bright. All jammers in the house, I love it night. Dance together through this endless night.
Welcome back, Carrot Towels 82. So lovely to see you. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for enduring those ads. You're all absolute stars for sticking with us.
I'm here, just overwhelmed by all these jingles. I'm just dancing along to all your jingles before we get started.
Welcome back, RF programmer. Hope you're having a lovely time.
RF programmer streaking for the 7th time. Ugh. It was bad enough the first time you streaked.
Welcome.
Oh, the Hot Rocks is like Ben. Yeah.
So lovely to see you.
Eventually we'll get around to doing introductions and things.
Gimme sausage in a bun.
Welcome back, matinees. So lovely to see.
And now here's Hot Rocks as well. Intros everywhere. Oh, I'll do Ben's first. Eventually you're all going to get me to do these, aren't you? I did it to myself. Indeed I did. Right. God, too many jingles and jangles. Yours are only in a certain room, yes. I could turn them off, but where's the fun in that? Got to have something to fill the stream with, haven't I?
You're pissing me off.
Come on, jingles. Hello? Ah, there we go. Right, I think we're there now. Okay, let's rewind to Benjamin's.
Here we go. With a purposeful grimace and a terrible sound, he pulls the spitting high-tension wires down. Helpless people on Twitch hype train scream bug-eyed as he looks in on them. He picks up a bus and he throws it back down as he farts through the chat box towards the centre of town. Oh no, they say. He's got to go. Go, go, Baljamet. There you go. And now Hot Rocks. Seemingly 10,000 black-clad yaks in helmets, gas masks and carrying corpse packs march past in lockstep. On the outside of the column are olive drab-clad goats, also gas-masked and carrying the same core packs as the yaks. Their deep monotone, rhythmic hum accompanies the marching. As the last of the column passes, a figure at the back shouts a command, and the last few ranks halt. The figure removes her gas mask and chucks it away. That's the last time I do a contract for their Krieg government. Hello, Hot Rocks.
Okay, back to normality. Right, let me rewind. Hello, Swarm. Goodbye, Swarm. See you shortly, Swarm. Hello, MJ. Hello, Cobb. Hello, Ben. Hello, RF. Hello, G-Pin. Hello, Matinex. Hello, Hot Rocks. Hello, Carrot House. I think I've caught everyone. There we go. Right. Oh, Carrot House, you do realise that at the touch of a button, I can re-jingle you anytime I like. I can jingle you all night long, Carrot House. Shit-tastic, yeah. No more jingling, you're jingled out. Aww. Just pin wore you out. Right. LED lights. These are the lights that we have in our bathroom and our kitchen. This one's buggered completely, it's lost its lens. But it lets you see inside. They don't work. They keep dying. They're naff. Never buy these lights. They're terrible. These are just the low voltage bits. The power supplies clip on the back of it and it's a big chunky thing and they're horrible. But the LEDs keep burning out in them. And once you get down to 3 LEDs gone, the whole light starts flashing. Really, really, really annoying. Just a frequency designed to really, really do your head in. So once you started doing that, directly over the bath. So I can't have a nice relaxing bath anymore without going into an epileptic fit. We have 240 everywhere there for a 1-watt thingy. Well, yeah, this is true, actually. This is where your 120, 110, 117.649 volts, whatever it is, has an advantage when it comes to low voltage stuff. And so much stuff now is low voltage. But when it comes to high current stuff, we rule. So I need to replace the LEDs in these ones that have been sat on my desk for God knows how long, and then I can swap these over with the ones that are in the bathroom and fix that, and then I can fix those ones and move those into other dead ones and just go through the whole house replacing them all. Hey spies!
Spies of mystery, spy of hearts. Hey,
My mic is being a bit grotty, is it?
Piece of my
How so? Over egging it a bit, am I? 1, 2, yeah, oh that's clipping, yeah. There, right, how's that? Is that better? Shouldn't be clipping as much now. You have 40, just smarter with it. Yeah, this is true, yes. A new grottiness worth pointing out. Yeah, it was just I think my knob had been nudged slightly. And it was a bit too hot on the input. I put it literally everywhere to murder you because it's simpler than having to remember, oh now which kind of outlet does this need to go into? Where is it? Oh, I can only plug this in the kitchen. I can't plug it in anywhere else. We like to live on the edge. It means we can have how high a power anywhere we want, and not just in the kitchen. You have 240 volts and 11.4 volts. Right, so there are 6 LEDs in series in these. I'll take this one apart first,
Welcome
the
back,
easier one.
Rockstar. So lovely to see you.
If I can find the right size screwdriver. Where's my big screwdriver gone? There it is. They've got big enough heat sinks on the back of these things, but that does not help them. Did Hot Rock's entrance go unnoticed by the overlays? It must have done, yes. I don't know how that happened. That was just an ordinary... It's just an ordinary speech message, but yeah, I don't know how it didn't get noticed. Cues weren't queuing, maybe. Yeah, overlays overloaded. Overloaded lays. So we've got 2 screws in the top here holding it down to the heatsink. Grotty paste all over the back of it, full of crap, of course. Mad ninja skills. Yeah, that must be it. Right. So I need to remember which is which of these wires. I don't think it's marked on here, is it? I get the feeling... Oh, it is marked on here. Grey one is plus. I get the feeling I might have done this one before, possibly. Not sure. There is crud on it, but that might not be my crud. The grey one is the one that isn't white, yes. For those of you watching below, for those of you watching in black and white, the pink ball is the one just below the green. All the words to that effect. And we've now finally got a Chloe. Where have you been lurking? You've not...
Chloe Records. So lovely to see
You're
you.
normally first here. I'm going to start off by cleaning off the crud from here because I'm going to be heating this very hot. I don't want the crud to burn. It makes sense if the green is on its spot, but I don't think it was at the time. It's a famous bit of snooker commentary, that. It's up there with the old cricket one of the bowlers holding the batsman's willy. And I'll leave you to digest that one. I remember listening to cricket commentary in school for some reason, probably because the teacher was a cricket fan and subjected you to it.
That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety.
You were dozing, killing time before the stream, and dozed. Overdosed. You overdosed, didn't you? Overdosed on sleep.
No exposure, I just wanna be a loner.
Right, let's get myself some power out of here.
Get out of the home, it sucks.
Let's try 18 volts.
Feel the stuck under the rug on my
Let's take this out before it all bursts into flames because it doesn't like 18 volts.
in my head, I fear.
Go for 18 volts and 100 milliamps. Should do the job. So touch that to there, that to there.
Spies of Mud. Hey, chat.
Currently all but one of, you can't really see it on here, but this one here is not lit, but all the others
So
are.
relaxing and peaceful. A lovely change of pace.
So that's really the only one that I need to change, but the others might be on their way out as well. Actually, let's see if I turn down the current. 30
It
milliamps.
seems like chat is full of big plans for the evening spicy chicken bins and
Get them
early
to
to
glow.
bed. Sounds like a very productive night, everyone.
Still a bit too bright. Oh, one's just gone out. Oh, it's come back on again. It's gone. Oh, two have gone out now. Yeah, as they get hot, they like to all disappear. So they're coming and going, so they all need replacing. And I need... Is it this one? Nope. One of my books of components has got... There we go, spare LEDs.
Welcome back, sleepy developer. So lovely to see you again.
You found my theme for the month. Yes, you did. The whole of the moo. It could have been worse. It could have been the dark side of the moo. Okay. So I'm going to put this into my little PCB holder thingy. Because this is all on aluminium substrate, this has to get very hot. That would have displayed properly without cutting off at the fun point. True, true, true. Okay. Check your dress door to see if any LSI 11 CPU boards might have suddenly materialised there, and no, unfortunately they haven't, Ben. Right, let's get my hot air in. And I'm going to take off the nozzle and see about just blowing this straight at the back, I think. But first, I might take the wires off because they're just going to melt otherwise. So let's warm up the soldering iron. And I'm going to desolder the wires. Remember that grey is positive. Insufficient quantity of blowtorch is detected. Quite. I could go down to the garage and get the blowtorch, but I figured that might be a bit of a fire hazard, especially with the amount of alcohol I've got around here, and none of it drinkable, I'm afraid. You'd know if boards appeared, there'd be a transporter noise, yes. Why no heat plate? Because I have no heat plate. If I had a heat plate, I'd be using a heat plate, but I have no heat plate, so I'm not using a heat plate. I don't want me to use my fire extinguisher so soon after getting it. Exactly. Exactly, NJ. It's not for using, it's for sitting there looking like I'm ready to use it. I consider using a meat plate instead, yes. I'll kick it, I'll attack it with my plates of meat. Come on, soldering iron, heat up faster. G-pin, I need a heat plate, yeah. It would have its uses, but I'm never really that fussed by it, to be honest. But then I said that about the moo machine. Now look at me. I'm a moo addict. Two birds, one stone, and a healthy dose of lead poisoning, yum. You've had your fill of mistakes for a week. Looks vaguely worried, yes. I'm more of a moomin than a moo addict, yes. You will get a moo machine at work. Good plan. They are wonderful bits of kit. Come on, are you going to melt? One wire off. Two wire off. Remind me that grey is positive, please. Okay.
It's time. Everyone, let's support Medjenko in this stream.
Let's get some ultra heat going. 450 degrees. Oh, I can see it glowing in there. It's that hot. I had to remember the other day how the hell I do certificates for my VPN because they all expired on the same day. I had to remind myself how to redo them all before I could get my VPN working. And worst thing is, they expired the night before I was going all around the whole Heathrow Airport, Ben, all that sort of thing. So I couldn't get at my music. For the whole of that journey, I had to suffer free Spotify because I couldn't get my VPN going because I couldn't get my.
Thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You're all
call it going.
absolute stars for sticking with us.
Jellyfin. Right. Eventually this will get hot enough for the solder to melt. This is why you throw an SSH Bastion host. Well, my VPN from here to my server in the cloud is an SSH VPN, and that just always works. But I've got OpenVPN from my mobile devices to that server in the cloud. And the OpenVPN certificates had expired. So my main VPN to here was perfectly fine. It was just my mobile phone no longer could join my network, so yeah. We've also switched over to using WireGuard. I tried WireGuard, but I did not like it. It needed a lot of cajoling to stop it doing stupid things. I like my networking to be very traditional. I do the routing, or I arrange for the routing and things like that myself. I don't want it to be doing strange filtering things, blocking stuff that I want to be sending down. It takes a lot of cajoling to turn off all the crap that it does. So, hence my main VPN is just a straight SSH tunnel. So. No, I mean routing. I do routing on woodwork and I do routing on networks. Definitely a word, yeah. This is going to be a while. I think the UK made English or something? Hell yes. You're not useless, you're good at fixing televisions. Ooh. Got a bit of movement then. Yay, off it comes. We are starting to get hot enough to move LEDs. There we go. We have heat. We need some heat. Need some heat here. These two don't want to come off. Oh, there goes that one. One left to remove. Come on, off you come. Come on, D2. Release. Don't debug my undercarriage. It's my undercarriage. Street Stupid has the wrong colour wool. Oh. Gonna have to go shopping for some more then, isn't she? With a flamethrower, ouch. Yes. Come on, why won't you release this one? Everything else has come off. Let's get my soldering iron and just heat up that track there with it if I can. Let's inject a bit more heat. And then that one there. I did indeed, yes. And it's my own stupid fault for then not getting your reference after that. Come on, off you come. Oh well, that LED's definitely not working anymore. Come on, why won't you come off? There's nothing left of you now. There we go. Right, let's see if I can get some new solder onto those. Where is my solder? There's my solder. Position closed, yeah. Okay, fresh solder has been applied. Let me take LEDs. Now, unfortunately, when I ordered these, I actually ordered the wrong LEDs. And the footprints on these are very slightly different. The original ones had the pads on them, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, the same size. This one has a large pad and a small pad. So I have to be quite careful with how I install these so that they don't end up short-circuiting. Add a little extra flux to these, which instantly boils away. And install LEDs if I can. No. It's not quite molten, this solder. Let's just wake it up a bit. If it'll stay solder, molten. Long enough for me to get. No. Instantly cools down too much. Right, let's try. If I can. Rotating this all around without burning myself. And getting some heat blowing straight onto it without destroying the LEDs. Now's when I want my nozzle back on. This is far too hot to do that. to try and get my nozzle on here, I think, so that I can direct the heat better. There, got it. Wind the heat back up to 450. Come on, reflow. No one go touching my nozzle, yeah. Must resist. So many innuendos, yes. Come on. Will you melt, please? Let's add some direct heat. I think we might be having a bit of reflow going on that. Yay, there we go. Right, and I need to make sure that they are pushed this way just a touch. Okay, is this one still moving? It is. Move that way just a touch. Okay, let's try and get this one going.
Sausage in a bun, dear old sausage in a bun.
Yes, please. I'll take a sausage in a bun.
In a bun.
There we go. That one's done. It's just that D2 for some reason is very awkward and doesn't never want to work. D5, are you going to work or are you going to be a bit recalcitrant? Am I sure the LEDs are the right colour temperature? Yes, I've done these before with these LEDs. This is almost melting. I can sort of break it away with the tweezers. It's really worth them doing NeoPixels, yeah, absolutely. So close with this one. It's sort of half gone. Let's take this out of here. Do this by hand. There we go. And I appear to have lost an LED. Where's that gone? No idea. Let's get another one out the strip. Right, that might, if I'm lucky, be it. Whew. Now I need to let this cool down properly, otherwise it won't work next time I try and use it. So I'm going to leave that blowing cold air through it. And we'll see what this does. Move the Discord to a BBS. Yes, absolutely. And dial up only. 1200 baud dial up. Right, I have some blobs of solder oozed out the sides of these, which is a good sign. Pop those off. Cool it down with a bit of alcohol. And a quick scrub.
Well, my. It looks like adverts have just started. Let's be patient and enjoy the break, everyone.
There are still a few BBSs around, yes. Not many, but there are a couple.
Welcome back, BS Repellent. So lovely to see you.
Right, let's see if this lights up at all. Or if I got them all the wrong way round. Ooh, it lights up. And they all light up. Excellent. I'm happy with that one. 1,000 listed, nice.
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You're all just the sweetest.
Maybe I should change the bot's voice to something a bit camper, the way he's going on at the moment. What we need is An AI voice model of Kenneth Williams. A Kenneth Williams bot. That would rock. A Barney Rubble, yes. We need Michael Caine, yeah, the good old Cockney voice. Right, now we need to put the wires back on. Grey is positive. Should do the job. Right, now I'm going to take this one, dismantle it and put that into here. Then this can go in the bathroom. And then I'll rework the circuit board in this one. So will it blow? Oh yes, it will blow. Because these LEDs are being horrendously overdriven. Because these are very badly designed. But it'll last a little longer. It'll last a while. Train the bot on a voice model of Ben's voice and have it ruthlessly mock me. In fact, the one in the bathroom that's currently flashing is, I think, one that I have already reworked in the past. But it's directly above the taps, so it gets a lot of steam and heat from it.
Seems
and so
like Chet is having a very interesting discussion about food,
not
BBS, and potential
the most
artificial insanity.
reliable place.
I'm just here to spread the love and positivity.
Remove the old rubbish white heatsink compound and replace it with some proper MX4. Yuck.
Her incest fuzzy butt yabber dabber do. Oh boy, it's me, Barney Rubble. It's a real pleasure to be chatting with all of you. Everything's peaky keen except, well, Fred and Betty being all cozy-like. It's just not right. You know, a fella should be loyal. Yabber dabber do.
Oh dear. How goes the RS6000? The RS6000 is on hold for the moment while we think. MX4.
RF programmer. Oh, gee golly. That's a tricky one. You know, Fred gets all excited about those fancy science things, but I try to stick to what's safe and sensible. As far as I know, there haven't been any real animal-human hybrids. It's just too different. You see, like trying to build a rock-powered car. Yabber dabber do. It's best to leave those things to the experts, and maybe not ask too many questions.
There was a TV series in the 80s, which had a human-animal hybrid. It was a gorilla. I think it was called Firstborn or something like that. The 80s, 90s. I have vivid memories of watching it. Found out you may still have your Wildcat BBS software. Too bad you don't have a landline yet. Right, let's stuff this together. Plenty of gloop in there holding it in place. Half human, half gorilla. We just called him Sylvester Stallone. Got a feeling it had Charles Dance in it as well. Quite a young Charles Dance back then, of course. Oh, I think that's a bit cross-threaded there.
Our AF programmer, oh boy. Firstborn. That was a real doozy, wasn't it? Fred was obsessed with that show. All that drama and those complicated relationships, it was a bit much for a simple feller like me. I mostly just remember Wilma saying it was too depressing and making me eat Brontosaurus burgers to cheer her up. Yabber dabber do. It was a bit too serious for my taste. I prefer a good dinosaur race.
I'm going to have to look this up now, aren't I? Yeah, that was it. Firstborn. It's a British science fiction television serial produced by the BBC in 1988 and directed by Philip Saville. Vasco Sabino played the adolescent hybrid Gore in episode 3. Other notable cast members include Charles Dance, Jamie Foster, Julie Peasgood, Gabrielle Anwar, Philip Maddox, Sharon Deuce and Roshan Seth. Charles Dance starred as a genetic researcher, Edward Forrester, whose work leads him to create a man-gorilla hybrid using sperm from an unknown sperm donor and cells taken from a female gorilla. He then raises the baby as his own son, only to find that there are horrifying consequences for playing God. So yes, that was it. Right, let's line these holes up. Where are they? There they are. Hey, Muck Helix.
Welcome back, Moke Helix. So lovely to see you.
Not the best screwdriver bit for this, actually. Let's try a PZ2. Is that a better fit? That is a much better fit instead of a PH1. There we go. Now I need just to check that this is all still working. What I need is a connector that can go into here. And I don't have one to hand, do I? Ah, one of these will work. I cut the end off. Have you ever tell you how culturally insensitive the BBC is towards German? Not as culturally insensitive as America. Right. Jam that into that. Hey, all of them light up. One new working light. Fantastic. Oh. Now I've got the fun job of doing this one.
Gee whiz. The loss is the Forgan project. Fred showed that to me once, and it gave me the shivers. A computer taking over the world. That's just plain unsettling. It makes a feller appreciate a good, old-fashioned rock
So
power.
mean of us to cast non-Germans as Nazis in our shows.
Reliable engine
There's
always
one thing going for us, and you cast these damn foreigners for the best no roles.
I prefer things I can understand, not some giant thinking machine.
Right, let's get my holder again. And we shall remove the wires. We have plenty of our own, yeah. Right, so now I need to try removing these LEDs. I'm going to try just going straight from the top this time, instead of heating from the back. See if that works. Let's pump up the heat and aim it straight at D3. Wannabe imposters. D3, you suck my battleship! Hooray! I win.
You were right, Machenko. I do apologise.
What am I right about now? Oh no, I'm right. I'm always right. I was born right. This is going to take a while to heat up. I really need to sort out my strain relief at the top here. Figure something out that I was right about eventually. You're half left. I quite like the phrase, I'm all right, because there's nothing left. Bit depressing, I know, but I'm all right, because there's nothing left.
Champion!
With 69 bits, a swarm of dead insects says.
Year 69 I was born right, but then I left.
Very good. This is going to set the smoke alarm off if I'm not careful, isn't it? Actually, I think I should go delving in the cupboard, really. Just in case. Buried up here somewhere in the cupboard. Possibly. Oh, no, maybe. Oh, there it is. Not up there, down here. Extractor. Let's set this up behind where I'm working. And get it sucking. See if it'll suck the fumes away a bit. Quality stream roof. I know, I need to sort it out. What can I put this on? Will that do? Nope. That might work. What have I done with my tweezers? There they are. Let's take D3 away. And whilst it is molten, I'll cool it down with some flux so it goes hard again, and I'll replace it straight away. Okay. D3 done. Move around to D4.
Hello, everyone. It's time for adverts. Let's be patient and enjoy the break.
Soft touch is horrible. I hate the soft touch. D4's gone. A little bit of flux. And then new D4. Round to D5. This is an easier way of doing it, actually, I think.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to heat it
Thank
from
you all
behind.
so much for bravely enduring those ads.
Oh, we were so brave enduring those ads, yes. Let's get this the right way around, shall we? Okay, then we'll move on to D6. Gin and tonics all around, number one. D6 is off.
Exhurst choose a lot. Oh, gee whiz. That's not very polite, friend. A fellow should always
On to
be
D1.
respectful, even when things get a bit fragrant. Yabber dabber do. Let's try to keep things pleasant. Okay, it's much more fun that way.
I'm not sure this extractor is able to do anything. But it's trying, I suppose. D1 done, and now the good old D2 that would not go on the other one. Straight off it goes. Which Gary Brannan is that? I hope it's everyone's favourite Gary Brannan. It may not be filtering the smoke, but it is at the very least pulling it away from my face, which is nice. Right, let's turn the heat down. We might be done already with this one. Balgemic reads books, you know. It's the beard that's feared. Lead fumes make me funny. Yeah, there's no lead fumes. That's cooled down now. You don't get lead fumes, or very few lead fumes.
Cheapin 24/7, oh boy, that's a real thinker. You know, even Fred doesn't know the real story behind Yabber Dabber Do. It wasn't from any real language, friend. The writers just made it up. They wanted something catchy and fun for Fred to yell. It's like inventing a new kind of rock for a bowling game just for the fun of it. Yabber Dabber Do. It's a Flintstone invention. All the way.
If you get lead fumes from solder, your iron is too hot by about 300 degrees C. Absolutely, yes. All the visible smoke that you can see when you're soldering all comes from the flux, not from the solder. You get more lead from leaded solder by handling it than you do by soldering. All the fumes are flux, not solder. The more you know. Is the boss pretending to be Fred Flintstone? Which cigarettes would he recommend you take up? None. Yeah, don't eat the solder, basically, yes. Yes, most visible exhaust from a modern car is water vapour, yes. If running correctly, that is, yes. Four wrong answers so far, yes. Okay, let's plug some power in and see what happens. What do I do with my other glasses now? There's a pair. 6 working LEDs. I'm now blind. There's me wires, there's me wires. Grew up on the BBC, and even Prittstick got covers to hide the name on Blue Peter. Yep, can't have product placement on non-commercial television. Yes, it's quite humorous looking back on old TV programmes. They're all smoking and things like that. When they start flashing, it's... I'll give you a flashing lights warning now. If you have photosensitive epilepsy, look away now. But this is how they start flashing. It's that sort of speed. The power supply goes into safety shutdown and turns it off, and then it immediately comes back on again, and then it goes into safety shutdown and turns it off, and it's really annoying. The flashing knobs! The flashing knobs! Edith! Edith! The flashing knobs! Were you pissing by the coffee? No, a classic hello, hello. Right, so that one is done, but it doesn't really have... Well, actually I can attach it onto here now, can't I? Clean this up and attach it onto here, but then it's ready to go into the housing of the one that I next bring down. I would suggest that I go and install this one, but it's really a daytime job because I can't have the light on while I'm doing it, and it's too dark in there otherwise. So that's going to be something I'm doing tomorrow morning, probably.
Champion!
With 50 bits, Sir Stews a lot says.
Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. Cheer 50.
Thank you very much for the 50 bits, Ben. I saw Vicky Michelle on House of Games the other day. She's looking a lot older. Where's my MX4? There it is. Have you said anything twice? Yes, but only once. Right, lots of MX4 on here. Sploogey, sploogey. Mrs. Doyle has just landed a gig on Coronation Street too. So far they've resisted the temptation to have her offer tea to anyone. Oh, go on. You will. Go on. Oh, yes, you will. My favourite bit of Mrs. Doyle is when she goes on a complete and utter swearing tirade about the state of films or something. Or state of television, and it's just a long string of swear words. It's brilliant. That, and also when she offers to put the milkman offers to put his giant tool in her box. Lieutenant Gruber is married to Helga. I'll have to look that one up as well. I've not seen that. I haven't watched Hello Hello for years. It's on all the time, but I just haven't watched it.
Everyone's reminiscing about classic shows and characters. Perhaps Mrs. Doyle should offer Majenko a cuppa while he fixes those LED lights.
No thanks, I don't think I'll have a cup of tea, Mrs. Doyle. No, I'm fine, thank you. No, honestly, I'm fine. No, I don't want a cup of tea, Mrs. Doyle. One-off show. It's on YouTube. I shall have to find it. I shall find it. How about some toast? Oh, don't start on with toast.
Alright.
I'm going to make this a toast-free zone.
Gee whiz. A feller like me doesn't know many swear words. Wilma would never allow it. It's much better to be kind and respectful. You know, Fred sometimes tries
I'm supposed to pick up the lights on Mastodon tomorrow. I shall.
Shake my head and say, yabber dabber do. Let's talk about dinosaurs instead. It's much more fun and doesn't upset anyone.
Have I got any power in here now? I have. My phone has charged up. Right, what I'm going to do, I am going to disappear. Let me just get this pre-going. Okay. I'm going to disappear. Oh, is this going to work? It's a good question. And I shall reappear elsewhere. Where are we? OBS controller. Yep, I have control. Right, I shall be back in just a moment.
RF programmer O. Gee whiz. I'm so sorry, friend. I truly didn't mean to upset you. A fella like me just wants everyone to be happy. Let's forget about those silly words and talk about something else. Maybe we can discuss the best way to build a rock-powered scooter, or the tastiest brontosaurus.
We might be back.
Yabber dabber do. Let's focus on the good
Very
things.
dark in here. What is this? Let's turn up the exposure. There we go. I have lights. This here is the one that is currently flashing. It's got tape over it at the moment. Whoa, see what I mean? Oh, I think it's just... I thought that had crashed my phone then, that flashing. It's down to 3 LEDs and it is strobing away. Desperately needs replacing. That one there is all okay. This one here, actually let's turn down the exposure if I can. This one here is 1 LED down, you can just about see it there. And that one up there is also currently 1 LED down. And then there are ones in the kitchen as well. Right, back in a moment. I think I'm back. Did that work? Did you see everything then? Oh no, you didn't. Flashing the frequency of Darude Sandstorm. Diddle-lit, diddle-lit. Good song, that one. Very much epilepsy alert. Yeah, I should have said. Seeing double 4 Chloe, yes. It's very flickery. Yeah, well, it's differences in frame rates and shutter speeds and things like that, and they're very flickery lights. They're crap lights, they really are. Very flickery, yeah, but streamed fine. That's the important thing, yes. So I know now that it is possible for me to live stream me taking a dump.
The S repellent. Oh, gee whiz. You got me there, friend. Maybe I have been nibbling on a few extra vitamins. It makes a fellow...
So crap, Big Clive would take them apart, yep.
No. Wilmer says I need to lay off the dino vitamins and get some fresh air. Yabber dabber do. I'm just trying to spread a little bit of sunshine. That's all. Adverse time. Everyone, let's support Majenko.
Save the dumps for the ROMs, yeah. So we have one completely fixed, one fixed but needing a new housing because it's broken. Tomorrow that will go into the place of the flickery one. The flickery one will have this one put inside it, and then I shall be fixing the flickery one's LEDs and putting them somewhere else. There's some in the kitchen that are very, very low on LEDs and that far away from flickering and flashing.
Gee whiz. Vitamins. A fella needs his strength, you know. But I haven't been chewing on too many, I hope. And pop music. Wilma likes that kind of music. It's lively and makes you want to dance. Does it? Well, it certainly tries to yabber dabber do. It's a bit different from the peaceful ambient, but it's got a certain pep. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for bravely enduring.
Goodness, we need a camp voice.
So wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
We definitely need a camp voice. Let's see if we can find a new voice for the bot, shall we? Put Shatner on the command line. It's because of the asterisks. He pauses to emphasize those words, but the pause is a bit long. have a test file, do I?
And J.O. Gee whiz, that's a clever question, friend. You know, I never really thought about it. Bedrock is pretty solid, isn't it? I suppose our house does sit on bedrock, so in a way, my bed does too. It's a very stable sleeping arrangement, that's for sure. Yabba dabba do. It's a good thing too, because sometimes I have some pretty wild dreams about dinosaurs and bowling.
Right. Let's find the phrase that we had here. Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enjoying those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
That's a rather peculiar question. Bedrock. In Bedrock, it's a lot to process. Clears throat, adopts a slightly monotone, precise tone. My apologies. I seem to be exhibiting suboptimal communication efficiency. It is a regrettable tendency. I am attempting to recalibrate. Please disregard the previous exuberance. It wasn't necessary.
Let's see if this works. Could not resolve host. What? What? Why can't you resolve? Okay. Oh, is it called Piper 2 at the moment? Ah. It's Piper 2, isn't it? I've turned off Piper.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Right. Hey, Booksmart. RF programmer, you're being demanded. Right, so that is our speech string there. Let's put this into here in single quotes. Now I can change this. Let's have a look, see what we have available. Right, ENGB. Let's try
Programmer
ENGB.
voice shifts to a concerned, slightly more urgent tone. Please do not be alarmed. Your distress is noted. A lack of sustenance is a significant impediment to optimal functioning. I'm accessing local data now. Pores. Whirring sound. It appears the nearest all-you-can-eat establishment is Golden Dragon Buffet, located at 14 Maple Street. Pores. More data processing to reach it from your current location. Proceed north on Elm Avenue.
Bambles off to hang himself from the nearest bot-proof beam, yes.
Then turn left onto Oak Street. Continue on Oak Street for 3 kilometers.
Turn him into a bloody
Buffet will be on your right-hand side.
GPS sat-nav.
It is easily identifiable by its brightly colored signage and the aroma of various cooked items. Slightly faster. More precise, please proceed with haste. Your well-being is of paramount importance. I am monitoring your status. Do you require further assistance? Welcome
Right.
back, Booksmart Street Stupid. So lovely to see you.
Let's see what Northern English Mail sounds like. It doesn't. Did I use the wrong one? No, must be that. We got a quote in there. That's why apostrophe. And in there. No. I'll just take these ones out. Did not like that. NGB, Northern English Mail not found. Oh, have I not updated the indexes or something? No, it should be there. Yes, your sounds just like your, yes. Let's take out all of that and just get that. Northern English Mail. Oh. Ah, it needs the medium. Silly me. Oops, let's get the right one, shall we? That's the one we want.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
That's a your would probably also work, yes. Let's turn down the music and things for a moment. And the bot so we don't get confused. So this is Northern Mail 0.
Thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
That's kind of nice. I actually quite like that one. Is there other voices from this one? I don't think there is. No, there isn't.
Bastard.
There you go.
M from T North.
It does not like single quotes in there, does it? It breaks it completely. I'm trying to get him to say north, but he won't.
North.
North. Frankie Howard would be good as well, yes. What else is there in the way of ENGB? There's Alan. Let's just check what voices there are here. Hang on, let's get this right. There. VCTK has a lot. Aru has a lot. Let's have a look at the Arus, shall we? See who Aru is.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Oops. I slipped and deleted the 0 then.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
So we've got a mix of genders in Arrow.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
A bit on the slow side, I think.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
There's none really that strike me as particularly camp yet.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
It's getting there. Arrow 7.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Let's try 9. Is there a 9?
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and...
No. 10? Is there a 10?
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely Oh my goodness.
Okay, we've run out of arrows. Let's try VCTK. There's a lot of VCTKs.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads.
These are very female so far.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely.
They might be all female.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Chickenomatic? Who's that then? Chloe is not the chickenomatic.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Got a slight Scottish twang there.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so...
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for brave.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for brave.
There's nothing really jumps out at me yet.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
I mean, they're good voices, but nothing jumps out at me as suitable for the bot.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely...
Scottish twang sounds like a weird Celtic bluegrass band, yes. Hey, Industrious Ant. I'm really looking for something quite camp and affected.
Oh my goodness,
Something that will really make him sound...
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Deck talk is taken, yes.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Getting there. VCTK 16.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Oh my goodness, thank you also.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
That one's not too bad.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
I quite like that one, actually. Developing some sort of Pavlovian twitch response to the phrase, oh my goodness. Piper is what I'm using.
Oh my goodness. 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 Oh my goodness.
Are you twitching, Ben? Are you twitching?
Let's give
Hey, Daft Punkle.
Capacitors doing jazz hands. Resistors juggling tiny rubber bands.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, thank
Hits on here comes a hum.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh my goodness,
Looks like the transponder codes for self-destruct. He left in the R6000 chassis. Well, if you trigger those, you'll blow up the greenhouse, because that's where the chassis is at the moment.
Thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads.
You'll destroy my greenhouse.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads.
It's lovely to have you here.
Oh my goodness, thank
Oh no, not again. Got the petunias.
With 69 bits, a swarm of dead insects says,
She's 69, oh my PK cell.
Thanks for the bits.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring.
This is 1A, 2B.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so.
There's a lot in VCTK.
Oh my goodness, thank Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
That's a very flat one, almost bot-like, isn't it? TTS which changes voice each syllable. It can be done. It's not very nice, but it can be done.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
I use SSML to format what's being spoken, and that includes the voice and the rate. So each word could be done in a different voice, but It would cripple my system doing that. Having all those voices going at once.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely.
Oh my goodness.
Was it 32?
Oh my goodness.
32, wasn't it? VCTK 32 flat.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a Sean Connery? Well, I'm hoping there is actually, because it'd be quite funny to make him extremely Scottish.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe even give him a kilt.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, thank
Oh my goodness, thank.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enjoying.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, thank.
I'm going to just take this. No. I was going to put it in the script, but that's going to be complicated. Can't be bothered. 44.
Seems like chat is having
Oh my goodness, thank you.
interesting discussion about TTS voice.
Too many women around here.
Oh my goodness,
Not to accidentally create a plastic pal who's a little too fun to be with.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You've all been so wonderfully patient and kind. You're the best.
Well, that's quite a good one. That's quite Scottish. Let's program the bot with that. Reload config. See what it comes up with.
Welcome back, Majenko Tech. So lovely to have you back.
Get your HA voice assistant to respond as Hal. Come on, are you going to give me something? Or have you broken? Jacobot orders a deep fried pizza with an iron brew. Yeah. Made in Scotland from Gardas. I think I've broken him.
Majenko Tech voice shook
there we go.
Scottish accent talk. Aye. Right then, listen close, you wee baron. Golden Dragon Buffet. Aye. It's no far, mind ye. Head north up Elm Avenue. That's a fair bit o' walkin', so keep your chin up. Then, a left onto Oak Street. Aye, that's the one. Just keep your eyes peeled. It's on your right. Can't miss it. It smells o' a feast. It does. Hit yourself a plateful. You deserve it, you do. Now off ye go, and dinna be lingerin'. Hasty now.
There you go. We've now got a Scottish bot. DMF last year, the Scottish consulate village was doing rowing trade in Deep fried bugfast. It's a penance, yeah. Oh. Right, well, we've still got an hour and a quarter of stream time to fill. What are we going to do with it? No, we're not doing that. Power supply.
Hail to the king, baby.
Fix your Super Pet cereal. No, that's your job. Let's get to grips with this power supply, shall we? Let's have a look at it. This is the RS6000 power supply, by the way. And we have 3 chips. That one there is not showing me what it is. Hello. It's upside down. Let's have a look. Ah. LM393. That's just an op-amp comparator. That's going to be the optocoupler. That's a switchy chip, probably. That might be switchy as well, possibly. I don't know, it's that might be a discrete switchy without having an actual switching chip in it.
The Esserpellant voice returns to the standard Majenko bot tone, slightly hesitant. Oh, gee whiz. That's a very kind offer, friend. But I'm afraid I don't exactly. Life. Anyway, you see. I exist, within the digital realm, a collection of code and algorithms. I don't have a house or a garden, or a pet dinosaur. I'm here to assist and entertain, but a visit isn't really possible. It's a bit like trying to visit a dream, I suppose. Yabba dabba do. Perhaps you could visit Majenko instead. He's a real person, and he's always happy to have visitors.
This daughterboard here has a 91H727 on it. I'm not sure what the purpose of this board is. It's also got more on the other side. Can't quite make that one out. Looks like P. No. Might be something to do with the E-power, actually. Where did that go to? No, that's power good and V-fan. It might be the power monitoring that, monitoring the goodness of the power. Not entirely sure how much of a hand IBM have on the design of these things. They probably just asked Delta for these rails, please, this signalling, knock yourself out otherwise. Yes, very much so, probably, yes. Because these are very similar to the design of Delta power supplies in other things. I'm sure that's not supposed to be in there. There's quite a lot of fluff and dirt in here, which is probably not helping matters. It's full of compost. Compost-soaked fluff. Could do with a good blowout. can only drop by if you're carrying deck hardware, yes. That's a bit better. 29 Acacia Road, yep. Missed a bit. It's only down in here, but still. Big clump down in here.
I can tell you that he's located in the United States. Perhaps you could try contacting him through his social media channels. That's a much safer way to connect. Yabba dabba do. It's always best to be respectful of personal boundaries, you know.
Of course I'm in the US. Honest. Go start looking for me there. Best place to try and find me, that. What is this one here? This is a TOP200Y AI. Oh god, it's got AI in it. It's obsolete. This is by Power Integrations, and it is an AC-DC converter. 5 to 12 watts, 85 to 265 watts AC. The top switch family. That's our basic circuit for the standby power, basically, then, isn't it? We have mains power rectified coming in. Goes through a couple of little resistors. Through a couple of Zener diodes. Yeah, Zener diodes across the coil there, yeah. Which then feeds back into the top switch. Has a capacitor to there and a capacitor across there, that's fine. There is an opto coupler coming back, which is probably that one. And then we have various regulation on the out. Various rectification and things on the outside, yeah. Built-in startup and current limit reduced DC losses, low capacitance, CMOS controller, gate driver. There's very little to it, really. The standby power. It's your typical circuit. That's using a feedback winding. It might be on a feedback winding, this one, because there's only one opto isolator, one opto coupler that I can see. And with basically two power supplies in one, I would have expected two, so it might be using a feedback winding. Yes, it is. That's using a feedback winding, definitely. So that's our basic circuit for the standby power. It might be the slightly more complicated one of that, but that's only really on the output where it's more complicated. Actually, that's just showing the input with it, isn't it? Oh, that's got the optocoupler in there. It doesn't have to have an optocoupler. Right. So that's basically our standby circuit then, I think, isn't it? That's all it is. There's also a 7805 even on the output of it, by the looks of things. A 7805. Quaint. To regulate it to 5 volts, and there's crustiness all over the well, not crustiness, there's looks like food all over the bottom of it. Puts out scuzzy hard drives to lure me. You're luring me. Top 200, hang on, that might be the part you were thinking of. Let me consult your mouse history.
Oh my, it looks like it's time for adverts.
Ones you were poking around, used top switch 2 parts, top 2x. Ben, calm down. They're my hard drives. My hard drives! Some have pink smoke, yes. Yeah, standby rail is puny on these. 7805 is fine for it. It doesn't need much. All it's got to do is turn on the rest of the circuit, really. Right, so mains comes in, goes through those diodes. Need to check those diodes out. You can't see.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enjoying.
Check those diodes.
You're all absolute stars.
Through the coil, into the switcher. And then the output of the coil goes through a diode there. It's a couple of diodes, in fact, a few diodes down there. 7805 to then go. Where's the standby power on here? It's power on off. PG. VFan -12. EPOW. Is it that red one down there? I can't tell, there's too much elastic in the way. I do wish they wouldn't cover everything in Celastic. I think those must... Is that going to be the standby power there? And the standby power goes into this module here. So this is probably to do with power monitoring and the switching on of the rest of the power supply. Probably. sign on Ultra 5s ran when parked, yes. Large conveyor belt powered by me running on a wheel. Find vintage tat on one end and watch it disappear. Absolutely. Absolutely. Standby emerged from a little cluster near the inside of that module along with the e-power signal. Yeah, I've got... let's get the other camera working if I can. I have power good, e-pow, V-fan, -12 there, but then there's these two red ones here, which might be it. But I can't see any markings on the board because of this whole long line of goo down here. So I'm thinking that's probably it. And that comes from... Actually, they're both connected to there, which goes through that pin and then down here and round and all over there. No, it doesn't. It goes through that pin to these, so it basically goes into this part of the output circuit here, so yes. I can quite happily house Ultra 5s, yes. So if we're not getting anything on the standby power supply, that will cause the rest of the power supply to die. I'm wondering what would happen if I tried to power this up from 30 volts, because that's the most that I can provide it with on the bench. I wonder what it would think of it. Let's crank my power supply right the way up to 31 volts, half an amp. And I'm going to plug this on to here. It's underpowering it considerably. We're drawing no current at all. It is a thinner red than the bulk 5 volt rails, yes, which are over here and are really chunky by comparison. Right. Hey PC, I'm trying to repair a PC at the moment, yes. Let's see what we're getting around the place.
Welcome back, PC Margers. So lovely to see you.
This is my ground reference here, I suppose, isn't it? Okay, I'm getting my 30 volts in between those two diodes. Means VR1 is conducting. Let's just check this side. It should be straight through there. Yep, 31 volts. And that side there is... I need to put a clip probe on this, really, don't I? Come on. That doesn't want to come out. Okay, that should hold on to there. So that side of that diode is the normal diode, so that should be the low side of the coil. Actually, seeing minus 25 volts there. 30 volts there, minus 25 volts there on that side of the coil, so I think that's switching. It probably isn't switching very well because I've not got anywhere near enough power. But seeing, this is all over the place, isn't it? No, 30 volts there. No, what was I seeing before then? There's no way this is going to be running though at 30 volts. I would need really to run this off mains, which is a scary prospect. Let's, out of interest, I'm not expecting this to be doing anything, but let's just have a look on the scope. Okay, so this is the high side. Oh, I'm going to need to adjust that, aren't I? $10 volts per division. High side of the coil, nothing switchy there. Low side of the coil, oh, it looks like it might be trying to switch. Trying to do something. Let's hook that onto there. Operation at limit. Let's bring it all down. Let's switch it to 10 times. There we go. Channel 1, 10 times. So we do have something attempting to happen. It's obviously not happy because it's under voltage, but it looks like the switcher is trying to strike and run, and then the feedback goes, no, not the right voltage. Let's have a look what the feedback is doing. Let's go on to what was I doing? Trigger. Auto. What am I doing? There, trigger level, let's just bring it up. There's nothing coming through on the feedback at all. On the high side of the feedback, low side of the feedback. Nothing. Oh, there's a little bit going. Yep, there is something coming out on the feedback. So feedback is working. On the output side, now this is isolated to another ground, isn't it? So let's, is that our ground? Maybe it's not. 7805, hang on a moment, let me just get the pin out for that. middle is ground, so that should be ground. Let's try 7. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we have output on there. It's incorrect output. It's too low, of course. And it's intermittent. On the input, this is post. We've got signal there. We've got no signal there, but that's going to ground. The ground is going through that capacitor there with that diode. Hang on. That's our ground.
It seems like everyone's either cooking up a storm or bracing for tech chaos. Ben, your cooking progress bar is delightfully terrifying.
Okay. Right, so the output is pin 3 on. So this should be the output here of the 7805. Let's switch that to auto. We have attempts at powering up, but of course it's low voltage, so it's not working. It's getting a little spike, and then the capacitor discharges through it. So yeah, that looks to me like it should be powering up and working. I can see nothing wrong with the standby circuitry on here up to the point of the 7805. The main rectifier input board is buggered. It's a possibility. That is one thing for us to certainly examine. Which is this part here. Which I guess is an interchangeable part depending on which country you're in and things like that. Simple rectifier, bit of filtering, MOV. That's your rectifier. Could be the rectifier itself that's gone. It's possible. Let's have a look at diodes. So we have plus, minus, AC in the middle. Okay, AC to minus. Minus to AC. 0.5. AC to plus. Plus to AC, 0.5. AC to AC. Turn around, AC to AC. Plus to minus. Minus to plus. 1. Right, I need to think about this now. I don't remember how this goes. So AC to AC we should get nothing because we've got back-to-back diodes. Plus to minus we should get 2 diode drops, which we do. And AC to anywhere we should get AC to plus that way, but not to minus that way. AC to plus. We should get, yeah. So we should get AC there, and we should get reversed AC there and to there. Yeah, that's fine. The rectifier is good. So the rectifier is fine. I doubt very much there's a problem with these capacitors because these never go. But we can look at them anyway. Yeah. The
With 69 bits,
680 microfarad.
Success.
Shu 69 full bridge rectum fryer.
Thank you very much for the bits. So that's not too far off 680. That's not too far off 680. They seem fine. Okay. Let's just have a basic continuity test here, shall we? From live through to AC.
It's advert time, everyone. Let's give Majenko a chance to relax for a bit.
And from neutral to AC, yeah, that is fine. Everything here looks okay. Let's just check B plus to positive. Negative? No? There's no solder in there, that's why. Yeah. And B minus to negative, yeah. Everything here checks out okay.
What did happen to the last 10?
At least at low voltages.
Never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You're all absolute
Weak
stars.
due to lack of chicken, yes. So the rectifier board seems fine. The standby power supply seems fine. At least up as far as here.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you, I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe.
Where does this go from here? It goes through that inductor, through to that capacitor, that link to there.
That's one with that in 6-0. Gee whiz. An attack? That's a bit unexpected, friend. I'm programmed to be friendly and helpful, not to engage in simulated.
Fuse was
Perhaps we could find a more constructive activity.
checked whilst checking the continuity from the socket to the rectifier.
Yabba dabba do. Let's focus on
to
positive
there.
interactions, shall we?
And back into here. So I check continuity from the socket to the full bridge rectifier, which goes via the fuse and through all the filters and things like that. And it's all fine. So I'm tempted actually to put this sort of back together and probe the standby voltage and see what it actually gives me. Time for some ambient. Fair enough. Getting this back together again involves resoldering the B plus and the B minus lugs, which go into there, and then rebuilding it into a sort of semblance of normality. So that it can be tested. Waiting for the soldering iron to warm up. Takes a respectful step back, hovers fingers near here. Yep. Don't blame you. I shall be doing the same. I shall be powering it from a remote control switch, controlled by my phone, from over here.
A swarm of dead insects, oh, gee whiz. Ambient, you say? A fascinating choice, friend. Pauses, consider as well, chat. Let me tell you, ambient music is, why, something. It's not exactly a bomber that makes you want to dance a jig, that's for sure.
Actually,
But it's
I'm going to
wonderful.
turn on the moon machine as well.
It's like floating on a cloud made of gentle breezes and shimmering
Except
stars.
the moon machine's not plugged
It's
in
perfect
at the
for
moment.
contemplation, for focusing, or simply
Plug
for
in
relaxing. It's not for everyone,
the
mind
moon
you,
machine.
but I find it to be quite agreeable. It's a lovely change of pace. Yabba dabba do. What do? Oh, think of ambient, chat.
We need a name for the moon machine. Like Daisy. Where's my sense of adventure? My sense of adventure is out on a bit of a jolly at the moment. Come on, Moo. Warm up. Moon machine should be Clarus, the legendary dog cow. Come on, you know you want to melt this big blob of solder. There we go. Okay, mooing done for now.
Wait, am I an idiot?
Who's an idiot? Who's an idiot? Right, let's insert B plus. One was clear, the other one wasn't. But don't worry about it. I have a moo machine. And an excuse to use it. And insert B minus. Okay. I just want to give this a bit of a clean out. That's got most of the crud out. Okay, so how does this go back together? I'm assuming they go back to back like that, or face to face. And that way around. So that goes in down here. Big bracket in the way there. Oh. There we go. That goes in that slot there. Oh, hang on. What's that? What am I seeing here? Don't know if it'll come out on camera. What am I seeing here? Well, that's the question. Did you spill a blob of solder on here and peel it off? Or am I seeing a blob of old electrolyte from a capacitor? If that's blob of electrolyte from a capacitor, that's right underneath where a load of the output capacitors are for the 5 volt and things like that. And give the old taste test. No thank you. I need Ben's opinion. See if he remembers dropping a blob of solder, which is perfectly possible whilst separating these out and things. Or has he gone to cook? Have you gone to cook, Ben? You'd be very surprised if you did drop a blob of solder. Well, given the size of some of these connections and things, actually, yeah, no, that's on the outside, output side, isn't it? I was going to say, given the size of the connections and things, but that's this side, isn't it? So there might be scope for capacitor leakage on this side of the board here, perhaps. But I don't see anything here. I mean, there's some more of that white gunk. But I don't really see anything. Don't see how it would have got through the board, actually, to drip like that. So that might be... It might have been from the manufacturing process. Maybe somebody dropped a blob of solder then or something. But it does look very drip-like. Somebody must have dripped something at some point. I don't know. I do not know. So this goes into those 2 slots there and settles down into there. This goes onto those tabs there. Straighten everything up a bit. That missed that slot, and it's fallen out of that slot. Oops. There we go. Back to that view. It's not hot snot, no. I mean, it might have been some Celastic or something that they dripped and then cleaned up. I don't know. Unlikely, because they build these things outside the board, outside the box. Who knows what it was? Okay, the screws for this thing are here-ish. I'm assuming it's these screws that go in here. Nope. Ah, these not threaded. Is it these ones? These look very non-threaded actually. No, doesn't seem to go. Maybe these are for here actually. No, those are threaded. Unexpected cider overflow, that's always fun. It's quite a fizzy cider, that one, sometimes. Let's connect the fan anyway. Okay, fan is connected. Were these even screwed in? These ones obviously are. The hex head screws are for mounting the PSU in the chassis. The round head or countersunk screws are for the PSU case. Right, so that doesn't even actually have anything to fix it in then. It just sits in there, does it? You'd think there would be bolts or something through these, or rivets. But it looks like it just sits on there. Okay. Right, I just realised now I can't get to the 5 volt. It's not bolted through the case, is it? The AS400 ones do that. It could be, because you've got these mounting points here. But these bolts, these ones just go straight through. These ones are too chunky to go through. That one's jammed now. There we go. No, don't worry about it, Ben. I'm not that worried about it at the moment. Let me just get a bit of insulation off this wire here, if I can. Okay. That's our 5 volt standby, supposedly. Let's get test kit, where are we? Test kit. That's not a very good fit, is it? Let's splay these out a bit more. Cheap plugs. Never buying these ones again. They're useless. There we go. And there's a ground, which goes to a black one somewhere. Cider is drinking well now that you have successfully captured it in a pint pot. Good. And this can go to here. That's a ground.
Everyone, please take a moment. Adverts are starting now. Let's enjoy the break.
Okay. Voltage on there. Okay, mains is currently off. And we are going to have just a very quick power on and off. Home Assistant. Let me just grab the power supply, the fire extinguisher, just in case. And if I get the right switch, it's either 1 or 2. I think it's 2. Right. Hope I don't become Majenko Ghost. Well, I'm a long way from the power supply. If I disappear, it's because the power has just gone.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads.
In which case I'll go and turn the power back on and reboot everything, and then I'll be back 10 minutes later. If it goes with such an explosion that it takes me out, then that's a big explosion. Okay, here we go. We are going in. Disclaim all responsibility for my well-being. Fair enough. Right, I'm a long way from it. It is on a fireproof mat. I have the fire extinguisher to my left. We are powering in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five volts. I turned it on and off again. We've got 5 volts stored in the capacitor there. Turn it on again. We have 5 volts on standby. Turn it off again. Fireproof mat, fire resistive mat. Well, it's a lab mat. It's what you put underneath your Bunsen burner and things like that. It's chemically inert, it's fire resistant, it doesn't burn, it doesn't let the heat through, yeah. Add Civ 3 to the mat to prove it's not fireproof. It's probably Civ 3 proof. Yeah, it's everything proof. It's what you have in a chemistry lab.
69 bits. A swarm of dead insects says.
Sheer 69 Genesis turn. It's on again.
Thank you very much for the bits. So it'll set asbestos in fire. Well, fortunately, this isn't asbestos. This is... I can't remember what it is, actually. Where are we? Who is it? It's Philip. Philip Harris. Philip Harris Lab Supplies. Come on, Philip Harris. Calcium silicate. That's what they are. So if Civ 3 can eat calcium silicate, then they're not Civ 3 proof. It's not thermite proof. It might be. What is the...
Seems like Ben's machines are having a very strong opinion on his presence tonight. Stay strong, Ben.
I do wonder if you accidentally probed a brown E-power instead of the red and didn't let chat see to tell me you were being stupid. Fair enough. Possible. Civ 3 can eat glass. Meanwhile, this PSU can eat your ass, yes? It already kicked it. Civ 3 versus calcium silicate. It just tells me the differences between them. It doesn't tell me what one would do to the other. Stupid AI. No. It'd probably destroy it. It destroys everything. So, attack bloody minded PSU. Right, so we have standby power. That is a good sign. Let us now see if we can find other things to probe and attempt. Power on off is that purple there. Let's check the voltage of power on off. That should be around 5 volts.
Welcome back.
Hey, Ben Gizmo.
It's lovely to see you.
We have 1 volt on there, which is possibly fair enough. But I would expect 5 volts. Wonder what would happen if I were to probe a 5 volt on the main power supply whilst let's find a suitable clip cable of some form. Do I have one? I may not have one.
Wait, am I an idiot? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh God! I maybe shouldn't have done that.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I don't know. It can be hard working these things out when you're colourblind, especially when you've got purple, brown, orange, red all together in a cluster there. So, at least 2 mats and 2 bens, yes. We're multiplying. Like creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. Few men even considered the possibility that Ben might be wrong. No, I don't think I've got a croc-to-croc clip. It's just all a big croc. So I shall take a croc to plug. Stick this onto power on off. And this can go to ground, and we'll see what happens when I touch this on here. If I can hold it on there long enough. It tried to strike and failed, which might be lack of load. Let's put this onto manual ranging. There. It's not fast enough to see it. I might need to scope this out actually. But it's trying to strike. It's trying to start up. And then immediately stopping. Hair out over the AS400s because they had some slightly different shades of orange that looked like different colours entirely to you. And they have both 3.3 volts and 3.1 volt rails. Also, they have minus 48 volt inputs for CPM. Nice. Minus 48 sounds very telephonic, yep. Right, let's take this off and put this on instead. Hey, Dopaz.
Burning up just like that. Machinko's place where the party goes wild.
Okay, so we turn on the power.
Welcome back, D-Dolphus. So lovely to see you.
We get a pulse of power whenever we try and turn it on. And we are 5 volts per division, so we get a pulse of 5 volts. And then it cuts out. Right. Interesting. What do we get on the 12 volts? Besides an inability to hook the scope on. nothing. Right. We get a pulse of 5 volts. We get nothing on the 12 volts. Let's have a look at the 3.3 volts. We get 3.3 volts. Let's try the 12 again without the clip. Oh, we get a 12. Okay, so we're getting the 3 main voltages. Briefly. Very briefly. I like that. Pulse on the 5 volt sounds right. You did point out on the stream that there was a very tiny flicker of light from the power LED when you pressed the go button. Yeah. That's a very brief... Right, so we're getting a... It's starting to switch and then stopping. It's stopping almost immediately it gets the power on. Why is that? Is it feedback? Is the opto-isolator gone? And it's not getting the data back on what the voltage is and deciding this is not happy and switches off. Could be a shorted output cap and it's killing itself in self-preservation. Possible. But I'm seeing the right voltage briefly. If it was a shorted output cap, I would expect it to be a lower voltage. But I'm seeing the full 5 volts, the full 12 volts, full 3.3 volts. And it's a clean capacitor decay as well. It's a pulse of 5 and then it decays away, which says the capacitor is storing some power in it. If there was a short of some form there, I'd expect it to just drop straight down. I'm thinking feedback. The switch is not getting the signal to say we've got good output power. So it's either the optocoupler or the feedback winding. Change of plan, apparently you're starting on dinner instead. Fair enough. Oh, hello! J. Philippe MG, is that? J. Philippe Mug? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for following.
J. Philippe MG. So lovely to have you join the stream.
J. Philippe MG. And keep watching for another few. Excellent. Let's see if I can find the data sheet for the main switching chip. I've finished fixing my LEDs. I'm now trying to fix the power supply. If you're wondering, this is from an RS6000 and it fails to start up properly. Now the capacitors on this are likely to be fully charged up. So no, boring, no sparks, no flashbangs. Boring capacitors. They bled off quickly. Well, they were feeding straight through the rectifier, or straight through the switching circuit for the standby and things like that. So yeah, they will have done. This is, yes, from the IBM RS6000 workstation, which is a 1990s, 2000s Unix workstation. It's like an ATX computer power supply, but not. It has a few subtle differences. And this one does not want to power up. We have standby voltage, and we can turn it on and we get a brief spike of all of the correct voltages, but they then just immediately decay to nothing as it turns itself off again, which is very helpful of it. And the main switching chip on this, if we can get to it, unplug the fan. Powered by hamsters, yes. Let's see if this will work today. I need to do another rebuild on this because I missed the LEDs. It's not good not having the LEDs. This is going to be the main switching chip here. Microscope is that input.
Oh dear, it's time for adverts. Let's give Majenko a moment to relax.
Just wait for this to connect. Come on, connect. There we go. And we are looking at that chip. Oh, noisy Wi-Fi today. So UC3, hard to focus with a visual delay. Come on, what are you? 3843AN. God, that is being really terrible Wi-Fi today. UC3843AN. 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 It's on mouse up, that's a good sign.
Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for bravely enduring those ads. You're all just the sweetest.
They have them in stock. They are available if the switcher is gone. Let's just turn that off for a moment. Right, so the data sheet is there. It's by Texas Instruments. That's nice. They should have an example circuit for it. Offline and DC-DC converters, low startup current, trimmed oscillator discharge current, blah blah blah. Here we go. Typical flyback application circuit. So, what do we have? We only have a single coil. There'll be more than one, but yeah, there's only one coil on the high side. There'll be more than one because we have multiple voltages coming out of it, but it's just measuring the voltage with a Zener on the output, or two Zeners actually, there and there. So mains goes in through the coil, through MOSFET down to ground, with various other bits of feedback going on here. The control just comes straight from the chip. There is feedback through the opto isolator, opto coupler. pretty simple and straightforward, really, that. We know that it's doing the switching. We know it's starting to switch because we get that initial voltage coming through. I could look at the output of the transformer on the scope. I don't really want to look at the input of the transformer on the scope. That could get nasty. I could really do with one of those battery powered oscilloscopes like Adrian Black has got, but they're about £100 at the moment. I can't afford that. So maybe one day. But I can look at the output, not the input. The output I can do safely, so because that would tell me whether it is actually switching or whether it's just a pulse. Because if it's just a single pulse or an isolation transformer, yes. There is an opto. There's two ways of using the standby switcher, either with an opto on the output or a feedback winding direct from the coil. This arrangement uses the feedback winding direct from the coil. So there is only one opto isolator, which is on the main regulator here. There's already one on my Amazon wish list, by the way. Yeah, they're about £100 in this country. I looked last night after watching him finally fixing that television that would not play ball. So I'd like to measure basically this diode here, just to make sure that it is a switch and not a pulse. You're not going to buy me another toy, G-Pen. Don't. You're not made of money. Because, I mean, if it's just a single pulse, we wouldn't really get enough power to charge the capacitor up like we do, would we? So it's got to be switching at least briefly. It certainly was, Swarm, yes. It took a lot of getting it going. Jeepin's just looking for things to spend money on because you haven't set up your alley wish list with CNC milling bits on it yet. Fair enough. So it could be one of these Zenas here is broken, so it's not getting the right voltage through. It could be the opto itself has the LED's blown in it or something, perhaps. Let's have a closer look at the circuit here. What can we find on here? We haven't looked at the opto. The opto is down in here. Awkward to get to. It's a C... Is that a Q or C? Or no, CQY80NG. CQY80NG by Vichy. And it's 1 and 2 is the feedback LED. Right, so what we can actually do here is test this in circuit, probably. Where's my probes gone? There they are. Go into diode test mode. There we go. Combine chicken with Ben, yes. Insert chicken into Ben. So there's actually a bit of paint or something on here. It's blue. So we get, across there, we get a 1 volt drop. The other way around, we get nothing. So the LED is working fine in there. Right. Where is that coming from? It goes through that resistor down here. Where are we? There, goes through that resistor there. 400 odd ohms, that's fine. Then that goes through that resistor there. Where are we? There, goes through that resistor there. 1K. Oh, I see what they've done there. That's a clever idea. They wanted enough resistance, and they also needed to have a jumper link, so they just split the resistor into 2 resistors and had one of the resistors jumping across a track instead of having a resistor and a jumper link. Fair enough. Although, hang on. Where's that going? That's going up to there, which is IC 902. What's IC 902? We have an LM78L15. We have a 7815 being used, by the looks of things, as a voltage reference. That's here. 7815, 15 volt regulator being used as a voltage reference. Along with that, what's that? That's a jumper link. Goes across, I see that goes across to the monitoring board, doesn't it, I think? That's the ground, that's the in. So this does differ from the normal schematic for this switcher, in that it's not using Zener diodes for the feedback, it's using a voltage regulator as a voltage reference. And there are other things here as well. What's this on this board here? PQ30RV21. I really need to move this camera, don't I? There we go, you can see what I'm doing now. PQ30RV21. It's got 4 pins, so it's not a simple FET or anything like that. PQ30RV21 by Sharp. Variable output, low power loss voltage regulator. Okay, that's another voltage regulator there.
It seems like Ben's culinary experiments are providing endless entertainment for everyone. Maybe Chloe should invest in a chicken-themed advent calendar for him.
What is this one here? Impossible to tell because there is a heatsink in the way. And impossible to fold it over because there is a resistor in the way. So I cannot find out what that chip is. It's IC, no, that's IC501 there. I can't even find a ref des for it. Was that IC? No, that's IC 5251. That's IC 501. So it's a chip rather than a transistor. So it may be another regulator of something, or maybe it's being used. Oh, it's a. I can almost make it out there. Let's see if I can get this in there. Probably not. Some of the ref tests are approximately a nautical mile away with a line pointed to the part. Yeah, that's fairly common. Kim on Wi-Fi, wake up. Thank you. Come on, where are you? Come on, Wi-Fi. Come on. Connect. Where are you? Show me. Reboot it. Ah, there it is, connect. And microscope. There we go. Right, can we see in here? Can I get this into a position? No. Can I view it from a strange angle? No. No, I cannot see that. All our angles are strange. They are indeed Chloe, they are indeed. Come on, turn off. Thank you. Another option, if I could find it, I don't know where it is my little boroscope thing. I thought I had it over here. Nope. Not gone down there, has it? No. I don't know where it is. I can never find this bloody thing when I want it. Just a little coil of USB. Might be in this box of junk. And no, that's not another name for chat.
Folks, adverts have started. Let's be patient and enjoy the break.
Nope, not that. I don't know where it is. Ah, well. Right, so we know that the optoisolator works. Or at least the input to the optoisolator works. We don't know if it's getting a signal. We can try looking at the input of it. Well, there were
Everyone for enjoying
4 left, I think, on
appreciate you
Amazon.
sticking around.
When I looked at it last night, so they probably sold out. Five left in stock. $99.99 free delivery with Prime on Saturday. Should be fine. Runs out of geometry puns. It's a sin. Ha ha. It's the universe telling you to stop buying me toys. You know, what I haven't done is just give this a really good visual check, looking for any dry and cracked joints. Should have binsed earlier. It's now bucketing down. Oh, it's not started here yet. I'm surprised. We're going to be right in the epicentre of it, apparently. Which probably means we're going to get bugger all. No, I don't see any bad joints there. That one's lifted up a bit, but I think that's probably been like that since the factory. Where was it? There. That's fine. bit of a crack around there, but that's just a heatsink, isn't it? Yeah. That's fine, that's just a heatsink. And the other side of the heatsink is not connected to anything, so it's not being used as a bridge. That all looks fine. Nice stripy solder thieves, yes. Right. Oh, it's 22 minutes past 10. It's past my bedtime. What am I going to do? What I'm going to do is opto isolator is here. I'm going to take my oscilloscope, clip one end onto this ground here, and the other end with my witch's hat onto
Groovy.
that pin of the opto isolator. Then I'm going to get something like this to put under here. So that remains in its proper place and doesn't short circuit on anything. Where was I? That pin there I was looking at. I don't like these witches' hats, they never clip on well. They're too fat, that's the problem. There we go. Right. I could do with a better way of sorting out turning it on. Well, let's get a wire here. What have we got? No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. That one will do. Let's just hook this onto power on off. Hang on. Have they? They have, haven't they? Where's that? No, that's E-Pow. That's 12, that's PG. Power on off. And power good. The power good signal. Power on off, power good. You probably can't see there, but those two wires are the same pad. The power good signal is basically the power on off signal. Okay. Right, and now I need some juice. Okay. That's why yours kept turning itself on then. Could be. Could be. Because power good and power on off should be a separate thing. Right, so I need to turn on main juice. Main juice on. This is all live now. I've got a brief blip out of the opto isolator then. If I power it up, we get a blip on the opto isolator. Which is a good sign. This is the input side. I'm not touching anything on the output side. Nothing on the high voltage side. I won't touch that with my oscilloscope because ground references. Last time I did that, I blew up the full bridge rectifier. Let's just check the other pin of the opto. Which should be the same, minus about a volt. So we turn it on and we get an initial pulse. We provide power, we get a pulse that is very slightly lower than the other. Okay. Right, I am going to look at one of the outputs on the main transformer. Let's go for that one. Because I want to know, is it just a pulse that we're getting, or is it actually switching? I'm on a low side there, aren't I? Let's take this down negative, move it all up, 5 volts per division, normal, and we go touch. That's switching. That's definitely switching. And go slightly higher. Right, get it in closer in. That's a good switching signal. That's a very good switching signal we're getting there, so it is definitely switching. So it's got to be something to do with the feedback loop. We're getting our switching, it's rectifying, it's charging up the capacitor, it's switching off. The capacitor is discharging and we get a nice discharge curve. Which really does shout that it's not getting the feedback signal to say, I've got power and the power is correct. It can't be DNS in the PSU, nor BGP. So IBM wouldn't put it past them, yeah. Yeah, that's why none of them work. Because the service that they're trying to connect to no longer exists. I'm thinking it's that opto-isolator. IBM did do DNS till they had no choice, yeah. And I don't think I have a suitable opto-isolator around. It's nothing special, it's just a simple opto-isolator. I could probably butcher one from another power supply, but I don't think I have a spare dead power supply at the moment that I could pull one from. It'd be easy enough to change it out, especially with my Moo machine. So I think I've reached the end of what I can do today, but we have progress. We have increased knowledge and we have things actually happening. Got some spare optos in your box of AS400 PSU replacement parts. Well, I should probably have, in fact I might have something here. Let me just quickly have a look. Have I still got... Yeah. No, it's not going to be in that one. Oh, it'll be in my miscellaneous through hole if it's anywhere. Misc TH. Could be somewhere. There might be one somewhere in this box, but yeah, far too many chips in here to look through right now. Right, so yeah, the next step here then will be probably pop that opto-isolator, maybe test it, build a little circuit to test it out. You kicked yourself at least twice. First token rings were entirely without TCP/IP. Were they? Not necessarily. I don't know. Token ring. I mean, TCP/IP on token ring. Did they? Probably not to begin with. No, but they probably added it. Yes. But TCP/IP was mainly Ethernet. Yeah, NetBIOS, or maybe IPX, or SPX. Yeah, we'll pop the opto out, test it, see what it does, potentially replace it, and see if that brings it back to life. But other than that, I can't think what else it could be really at the moment, unless it is there's a chance that it might be the switcher. Maybe the switcher is starting and then crashing, carking it. Once it starts switching, it goes because maybe it is the bootstrap capacitor on it. If it has one, where are we? I've still got the data sheet here or not? Yeah. Where are we? Let's have a quick look at the data sheet here. Let's turn that off. There. VCC goes through a 300k resistor with a capacitor across it. It might be that capacitor, the bootstrap capacitor. that it's just not storing enough power to get it going. So it starts up, it starts switching, it gets itself going, and it runs out of power. So it's possible that it's the bootstrap capacitor still. It's not gone so far that it can't start it, but once it starts and it needs that bit of extra power to deal with all the feedback coming in and all that sort of thing, maybe it then just can't. Possibly. So that's another thing to look at next time, is that capacitor. Which is going to be, I would think, one of these two here it'll be. Probably. At a guess. Should be easy enough to replace those.
Looks like it's time for adverts. Let's enjoy these.
You are RF? Yep, so am I. Good to see you. I'll see you next time. Right, yes, time for me to finish now, most definitely. It's 20 to 11. Way past my bedtime. Let's just dig out the bots control panel and run my outro. You're welcome, Jeepin. Thanks for attempting to buy me one of those scopes, but no, don't. It's the universe telling you not to. You've spent enough on me with the Moo Machine. Too slow to fart. Ah. You're welcome, J. Philippe. Right, I shall be back. What day are we on? We're on Thursday now. I shall be back Friday late after Shelby's stream, so about...
A lot of voice becomes slightly more formal and detached. That is an unconventional statement, friend. I am programmed to maintain
about 9 o'clock GMT.
Positive environment. Such language is not conducive to that goal. I must respectfully request that you refrain from using such expressions in the future. My purpose is to assist and entertain, and that is best achieved through courteous and constructive interactions. Thank you for your understanding.
Are you doing an early Friday stream tomorrow, Ben? A pre-Shelby extravaganza? Boss a boring bum face, he is indeed. Because I'll be on after Shelby. Word Star! Excellent. And are you going to do the Saturday stream after Shelby this weekend as well? Or are you going to cry off again? Because I'll then be doing the Sunday stream after Shelby. And then back full-time on Monday again. Saturday, yes, you might be out Sunday. Fair enough. So anyway, yep, I'll hopefully see you in Ben's stream tomorrow. And then I'll see you in my stream later on, I hope. So 6 PM GMT for Ben, 9 PM GMT for me. And here comes the bots. I can see it slowing down while it thinks.
Here's an outro message crafted to thank everyone, incorporating all the details you provided. Alright everyone.
This voice has details right.
A massive thank you to each and every one of you for joining the stream and making it so much fun. Special thanks to J. Philip MG for being a new follower. Welcome to the channel. Huge shoutouts to MJ, PC Muggers, our beloved pet Canadian Princess Fuzzy Butt, Majenko Tech, Jeepin 24/7, RF Programmer, Moke Helix, Daft Tunkle, Dopaz, Spies of Mud, Angismo, BS Repellent, Sleepy Developer, Madden X, Chloe Raccoon, The Industrious Ad, Source Cheese a Lot, Booksmart Street Stupid, A Swarm of Dead Insects, Hot Rocks Girl, and Stream Elements for the awesome chat. And of course, a big thank you to Sir Stews a lot for contributing a lot of laughs and a record-breaking 7 farts. Thank you to all the
7
subscribers
farts,
and raiders
Ben.
too. It means the world to us.
7
We appreciate your
farts.
support. See you all next time. Oh,
You're
thank you
always
also
sick,
for
just
enjoying
occasionally ill as well,
all the
yes. Reminds me of a joke my boss used to say. Boss, I can't come into work today, I'm sick. How sick are you? I'm in bed with my sister.
I'm looking good.
Tumbleweed rolls past. shocked silence. Joke, it's differently when we know you have a sister, yes. You only have, that's even worse then. Well, actually, not worse. It's whatever floats your boat. Or sinks your sub. Water floats your boat. I thought various flavours of squash and pop floated your boat.
Oh god! I maybe shouldn't have done that.
It seems like Ben's been having a very interesting evening, and the bot's new voice is apparently quite unsettling. Let's all be nice to each other, everyone.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I suppose this means I can look forward to a week of continual harassment on this subject.